Hello, my friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
And we have a nice little lineup for tonight.
Yes, we do. This is a question I'll ask you guys, and this is Michael Sala posting this. Will a false flag asteroid attack be staged to delay the 2020 presidential election? What you think?
Things that make you go,
Yeah, you really have to wonder. There's been so many things going on. So much talk of asteroids. The news is filled with talk of asteroids incoming. We've seen a ton of fireballs. We really, really have, although I'm not sure if all of them are really asteroids. And maybe some of them are ships as well.
I think it very well could be.
So would you share what you got in meditation today? She's looking at me like, oh, no. Okay, so today during meditation, she literally jumped out of her skin.
I did. I jumped out of my skin. I saw this asteroid coming, and it was so vivid. It's like I had to jump out of the way, so I almost jumped off the bed. It was crazy.
She did. I was meditating too, and it made me jump when she jumped that much. It's like, what's the matter? Are you okay?
Yeah, so it's like when I go there, I'm really there because I really thought I was going to get hit. There's something coming toward Earth. There is.
And she's gotten that message before in her channeling as well. And so, do you remember exactly what they had said previously? Because I do.
No, you do.
Yeah, basically what you had got was that there wasn't necessarily like a dinosaur killer, but that there was things coming. There really was things that were coming that they knew about. The thought is also they might take advantage of that situation, and they might utilize that to their advantage for whatever purposes: lockdown, postponing election, canceling the election. Who knows? There's articles day after day about the election and what's going to happen. There was one today that was written that talked about a scenario we talked about before. Like, if nobody's actually sworn in by Inauguration Day, it's probably going to be Nancy Pelosi.
That's scary.
Yes. Which Nancy Pelosi are we going to see?
I know. There's so many.
There are. And I mean, sometimes she looks 60, sometimes she looks 80. Sometimes her eyes are black as coal. Other times there's like slits going vertically.
There is. It's like, which clone are you guys going to put in control? I don't know. I'm scared.
And then, of course, we have the whole fiasco over her getting her hair done, and everybody's wearing masks but her.
Everybody but her, right?
Oh, well, do what I say and don't do what I do.
Don't you dare do what I do.
So, I mean, this is just interesting. And like I was saying, there's been so much talk of asteroids and stuff. Here we see the day money fell from the sky, hundreds of pieces of meteorite rained down on Brazilian town. Really? And so this was just a few weeks ago. And, here you have yet again another case of things incoming. And thousands of people have rushed to a remote Santa Filomena in northeastern Brazil after hundreds of chunks of a huge meteorite. Well, it fell like rain from the sky. That sounds kind of scary. About 200 fragments of the meteorite, which fell on August 19th, have been found so far, and there may be much more left.
That's really crazy. That's totally crazy.
And I didn't show you this before, so you weren't aware of this earlier in the day or anything like that. So the biggest piece weighed 40 kilos, like 88 pounds or so, and is worth $26,800. Wow. That's the same as 10 years worth of average salary in the area. So that's money falling down from the heavens.
Thank goodness we need some of that here.
So locals living in the town now refer to the meteorite storm as a miracle. Oh, we're getting unresponsive. Okay. So much of the biggest rocks were found around the church, further convincing locals that it was sent by God.
That's pretty amazing that God would do that.
Gracias Dios per la mañana. Dinero per la dinero. Interesting, you can't make up everything that we're seeing today. It's really like we're watching a script, is it not? And isn't Greenland supposed to be coming out soon? I think so. And we're going to jump over here. And we see Miss Piggy.
Aww.
Okay, that wasn't what I had up. Where did that go? Let's check over here. Okay. Oh, you know what happened? I don't know what happened. Where did that go? It was an amazing, sorry guys, picture of this, basically. The flooding in Clifton, and this is over in Ireland. And amazing, massive flooding. Well, this is basically the same picture. So you could run the video on it. We're seeing this type of flooding, record flooding all over the globe. And then we're wondering, when is it going to get consistently cold? And here we see over on Electroverse, summer snow slams mountain states as GFS doubles down on next week's potentially historic cold. So the GFS model has been hinting at a potentially historic blast of Arctic cold engulfing the lower 48 beginning Monday, September 7th for a while now. And so the model is doubling down on this forecast. And this is what we're going to see. So this is the pattern that should be getting a little bit more consistent as we go, with the upper Midwest especially, and the upper mountain states there getting very, very cold. And sorry, this is a backup computer, so this way the sound doesn't echo, right. But it's older and it has its issues. And since we're on a tight budget, we're trying to make use of this and get as much out of it as we can. So it looks like things are going to be getting a lot colder. And, basically all the way from Montana, all the way over to Ohio, and all the way on down to Texas. And I know many people, especially out in the West, us included, would welcome that as, a nice little breath of fresh air and nice change. New Zealand's first day of spring delivers bitterly cold temperatures and widespread snow. And again, it's going to be all about the wild swings until we get to a certain point of stability in this grand solar minimum, which Professor Zarkova says is underway since this June and will be continuing for perhaps the rest of our lives. For many people, it's something that's going to last for a long spread time. And speaking of that, we're going to jump over and we'll see that NOAA is actually confirming a full-blown grand solar minimum if you look at the sunspot activity that they're forecasting. And they do forecast more than Never a Straight Answer, NASA. But still, what they're showing is definitely not activity that we would expect in a normal sun cycle, with very little activity, especially when we get into that 2030, 2040 range. So we should be heading into colder and colder temperatures. Of course, right now we're going to have wild fluctuations, as that is what's to be expected. And we have Tropical Storm Nana likely to become a hurricane by Wednesday night as the record-breaking season continues, and this one's heading towards Belize. So everybody over in that area should hang on. It's moving quickly, though. So hopefully this won't cause too much damage. And around the globe, there's been so many storms going on, so much flooding going on, so much property lost, so many lives lost, and also, obviously, a lot of crop loss, which is just adding up. And it's contributing to the tension in the world. As we know, China, India, very tense right now. That seems to be ratcheting up to an all-new level. And over here in India, 24 dead, 11,000 displaced after the highest August rain in 44 years. All these record-breaking storms are setting bigger and bigger records, as we see 190 dead minimum, 4,000 houses damaged or destroyed. Devastating hit. Floods are hitting Afghanistan as well. Crop loss there as well. The food supply is getting to be a huge issue. We have heard today too. We were talking to some of our family members in various areas that were confirming that it seems like there is getting to be more and more shortages out there. And we were told by many sources, including David and Christian, Ice Age Farmer, Adapt 2030, great guys, both of them do a great job, that September would be the month that everything becomes obvious.
It really will. So we really need to get ready. It's time. It's that time now.
And David did a good video recently I enjoyed, where he was out there doing a little campfire and showing what he had gotten foraging.
Yes.
And, don't laugh. I mean, there might be a lot of people foraging by the time we get to 2030.
Yeah. Even your house plants, if they're edible, you might want to take stock in that or look and see if they are.
And we see over in Bangladesh, our brother Asaduzaman lives over there. Severe death toll at 251 with these floods. More than 5 million affected. Major crop losses over there. And, again, that is an area that gets flooding on a regular basis. It's kind of par for the course to get some seasonal flooding, but it's just the level at which everything is flooding. And these areas that have been prone to flooding are getting hit with more and more devastating floods as we are waiting for this to load. And thank you guys for your patience. So we got to sacrifice. It's either going to be good sound and slow, unresponsive pages, or we're going to have very nice, responsive pages,
and no sound.
but we're going to have echoing sound thanks to the Illuminati and the powers that be. Because it's not a microphone issue, it's a hacking in issue, which they've done this to others as well. As we see over here in Spain, apocalyptic fires prompt evacuation of more than 3,000 people. And of course, wildfires still ongoing in the West as well. It's a world of change that we're in, my friends.
It really is. And you guys be really safe out there.
As always, we appreciate you and your support on Ko-Fi and Patreon. Stay safe, stay prepared. God bless, and namaste.
Namaste.